with journals, art projects, organized planner chic.
Well, hello. I welcome you to Organized Planner Chic. I'm Lucinda, and welcome to the 8th episode in my journey for overcoming PTSD. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, be sure and check those out so you can know what's been happening ever since I started this process, and especially the first episode because I speak to you face to face and kind of tell you how all of this got started. Okay, well, last time I was sharing with you guys this list of patterns of problematic thinking, all the kind of different ways that we think that causes problems that keep us stuck and have us, being victims of PTSD. And I shared some examples and all of the different stuck points that I had and how that helped me see my thinking was wrong and helped me think differently and where I am on that, which has been awesome. Gosh, this therapy has been amazing and it's just really transforming my mind and helping me do all the things that the Bible says to do in respect to taking every thought captive to the mind of Christ. Because when you suffer from PTSD, I don't know if it's usually, but I think oftentimes it's because you didn't talk about your trauma for so long. So you only had your own thoughts to deal with, and you didn't have like a friend or a pastor or a family member or anyone able to help you reason differently, help you see what you couldn't see. You just kind of operated in this fight or flight mode in response to the trauma, and our minds just respond uniquely to fear. And so what I got this time, actually last week, that Thursday, I didn't go to therapy because I was sick, and it's awesome. My therapist called to check on me to make sure everything was okay, and I really appreciate that. But I was just physically sick, that was all. So what I did is I continued with the things that I had been, or not the things I had been doing, but I had continued with the pattern of problematic thinking, and I took some of the other examples from a list that she gave me of stuck points, and I went through those, and if any of them gave me pause, like I thought, yeah, they kind of apply to me a little bit, I think I should work through this and see about my thinking and make sure I'm thinking correctly, then I did that with some of them, so I'll share them with you. Okay, one was the stuck point, I am damaged forever because of blank. So whatever the trauma was. And the pattern of problematic thinking that I applied to that one was overgeneralizing. And what I wrote down was, once I started to have nonstop memories of the event, and after many sleepless nights, I began to feel that I could never be a normal person. But therapy has changed all of that. Yes, I experienced something awful, but I can heal and move forward. I can even help others. My faith in God is stronger, and I rely on Him to keep my mind clear and take every thought captive to the mind of Christ. Okay? Another one from that list was, other people should not be trusted. And what I wrote down for the pattern of problematic thinking was overgeneralizing again. So I wrote, just because the person I trusted to behave respectfully did not do so, that doesn't mean things would turn out the same way with someone else. It never happened before. It's not likely to happen again. At the same time, God is the only one in whom we should fully trust. People are flawed with baggage, and that includes me. Okay, another one from that list was, I must respond to all threats of force. So I wrote that the pattern of problematic thinking for me on that would be exaggerating or minimizing. And then I wrote, it is important to evaluate anything that feels like a threat. Unless it is a clear and present danger, it may turn out to be nothing or something very minor. Sometimes things feel at the moment like they are what they are not. Even if they are, the response must be well thought out and strategic. And then the last one that I wrote from that list was the stuck point. If I let myself think about what has happened, I will never get it out of my mind. And so I wasn't sure what pattern of problematic thinking that was, so I wrote that. I don't know which one to apply to this, but I definitely had a season where I couldn't get the trauma out of my mind. As soon as the thought entered, I put all my energy into thinking about something else. Thanks to therapy, it's not a thought that comes up all day, every day. That's because my responses to negative experiences have changed. I don't blame myself for everything. Okay, and so then then I went to therapy, which was the 11th, which is today, Thursday, and then she gave me a new worksheet, and this new worksheet, well, she told me I'm doing great, which is awesome. The new worksheet combines all the worksheets that I've been doing up to this point. So it takes the ABC worksheet where you ask, where you record something happened, then you write down what your thoughts are about it, and then your emotions that you have as a result of that thought, or those thoughts, and then you do the challenging question worksheet next as part of the same sheet, where you do the evidence for and against the things that you're thinking. Is it emotion based? Is it a habit or a fact? Are your interpretations inaccurate? Are you doing all or none kind of thoughts, like everything and always and forever and never? And then what's the pattern or patterns of problematic thinking that you're applying to these? Are you jumping to conclusion? Are you exaggerating and minimizing? Are you overgeneralizing, et cetera, and see what kind of patterns you're coming up with, and then what are some alternative thoughts that you can have about those. And at the beginning of the worksheet and at the end of the worksheet, you'll put down your percentage of how you feel and believe these things, and then at the end, how you've changed your beliefs and feelings as a result of really working it through and thinking it through. So that's what I'll be doing this week, and that's the end of what I recorded in the journal. So I'm just flipping through it slowly here so you can see how the pages look. I think they're pretty. And thank you so much for joining me this week, and thank you for being a part of this journey with me, especially if you've been part of it from the beginning. You see how much I'm transformed. I also wanted to let you know that I have been sleeping awesomely well. For the last few nights, I have not had to take anything at all. And I was starting to fall asleep with the less. I had kind of gone down to 2 melatonin, from 3 to 2 and 2 to 1, and then I just didn't take any, and I've been sleeping like a baby. So it's so amazing. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. All my subscribers get an additional discount from my Organized Planner Chic Etsy shop, and that discount is in the comments below. There's a new one every month, and in my shop I create vegan traveler's notebooks and accessories. And also check out my Facebook group, Organized Planner Chic Crew, where I create a free coloring page for you to download every month, and I do giveaways all the time, almost every month. And until next time, everyone, happy planning.